So when we contemplate the possibility that it's like, well, the happiest I can be is when I'm consciously aware and doing my best to intend all the time and everything that I do of being a model of possibility. Well, then being a model of possibility and striving for that, it takes on a whole other significance, because that's where we're typically generally, and we can describe it in lots of different language, but that's typically and generally where we're the most joyous, right? Because in order to be like, it's sort of self-reflexive, like in order to be a model of possibility, you have to really be cultivating your own resonance, altitude, and alignment. And lo and behold, what seems to be the case is that when you are actually focusing on being your own capacity, your own resonance and alignment, that's also the activities that make us the most joyous. So it's like it kind of sort of becomes this self-sustaining gift that keeps on giving to itself, right? Because that awareness of this slow down in physicalized manifestation, right, isn't only automatically a shame triggered filled of scarcity. Oh my God, I'm dwindling, right? But it's like, oh, that means if I'm slowing down here, I'm speeding up over here. And really, all our vibration follows where our attention goes, right? If we put our attention on the thing in our environment that feels the most highly vibrating and resonant to us in any given situation, well, then we're always in the flow. We're always on the right track. And it'll go up and down and vary because that's part of our experience down here, right? But if my goal is in any environment that I'm in, whether I'm in there by myself or with others, I'm going to zero on the highest vibrating thing, the thing that's the most resonant to me. And I'm going to follow that flow. Well, then really what we're talking about is, hey, yeah, I and how I feel right now is more important than the laundry. It's more important than the call I was supposed to have that it turns out now synchronistically I'm not having. It's more important than fill in the blanks of anything else. But it's when we can feel our ability to assert that intent, that how I feel is more important than what I feel about things going on around me. It's astonishing what that does to our capacity to handle things going on around us. Because without that connection and that choice and ability to choose, focus momentum on self, right? Not being self-centered, but being centered in yourself. Without that, all we can do at best most of the time is tolerate and cope, right? We can't actually switch into being cause of different experience in that environment. We're just affect all the time. We're affect constantly, right? Which is a completely inverted fallacy about like what we actually are and what is most pleasing to us. And I think the more I look and the more I ask questions about what this is and isn't, I think the highest thing that a human being can do is create in all directions. So when we're not creating, right, when we're just being the effect of stuff, well, we're not going to be very happy about that, no matter what our outward circumstances look like.